You Should Not Fail. It's your girl Cleo, and today I will be sharing my truth. Those who are close to me and I grew up around me. Yes, my real name is Cleo. The cat is out the bag. My name is Cleo. But you guys know me by Mahogany, and that's okay because I love both my names. They're very beautiful names, and I'm blessed to have both. I am going to, like I said, tell my truth on here. You know, we all have a truth. We all have a story. And I felt called from God to just tell my truth. I've been posting for a couple months, and I don't think I've ever I have a testimony. Go watch that. It's the very first video I dropped. And that was a video with a little bit of what my truth was, but it was mainly why I gave my life back to God after the third time and things like that. It's a very good video. Go ahead and watch that. And go ahead and watch all my other videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. I'm finally doing YouTube. I was supposed to be doing YouTube years ago, and I was very obedient. And I did not want to do it because I did not know. I just didn't want to do it because I just wasn't very confident. But I had to pray for confidence. I had to pray for boldness. I had to pray for, I just had to pray, and God gave me the confidence and the boldness and the courageousness to do so. So why not? I believe I have a very bright personality, and I am meant to strive. So let's just get right into it. I have my iPad here. I have a little bit of a list of things. It's not going to really be like my Topic Tuesdays where I have like topics and stuff like that, or like points and stuff. It's just me like really spilling my trauma, my pain, and my hurt. And if I cry, mind your business. Yeah, we all cry, so it's okay. But yeah, here I am. Wow. I haven't been on here in a very long time. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. In a very long time. I'm sorry, I haven't been on here in a while, but I am back. I keep locking my iPad. I'm sorry. And so yeah, so I just want to go ahead and get into it. So like I said, my name is Cleo. The funny story about my name, so I hated my name Cleo because I thought it was like an old person's name, because you know it could be a female or a male's name, but I just thought it was a older person's name at the time when I was younger, and I just did not like that name. I would literally go to on the first day of school, I would go to the class. I'd be the first one lined up in class from like 3rd grade to 6th grade, and I would run into this class, and I would literally tell the teacher in her ear, like, my name is Mahogany, but on the roster or like on the attendance it says Cleo. Please don't say my name. I hate my first name. Please call me Mahogany. And so I did that all the way until I was probably like until I graduated high school, because I I hated my name Cleo. And when they would call me Cleo, I would be so mad. I remember one time, I think I was in like 7th grade, and there was a substitute teacher, and I told the teacher the day before our substitute teacher came in, right? I was like, please write my name on this attendance sheet as Mahogany. Do not cross out Cleo, because I do not want them to call me out as Cleo, because nobody knew that my name was Cleo, right? And I don't know if he just didn't listen, or he maybe forgot because he had so much to do, but he did not call me. The substitute was calling out the names, and I think I was like the first one, and then he was like, Cleo Anderson, and I just remember being silent and like sinking down in my chair, and I was looking, I was like, I was so mad because I was so embarrassed, because everybody was like, who is Cleo? We don't know who Cleo is. And I was like, Mahogany, and they're like, no, it says Cleo. And I was like, no, that's my middle name. And they're like, no, it looks like that's your first name. And I like, she was like exposing me, and I'm like, girl, like, my name is Mahogany. But anyways, I love the name Cleo now. In my work world, because obviously I work in the work world, right? I get called Cleo. It's so weird because only my family and the people that I grew up with call me Mahogany or Momo. So this new identity that God gave me, right? Cleo, I'm gonna claim that name because I love that name. I love both my names, but yeah, so let's just get right into it. I keep blocking my iPad. I'm so sorry, but let's see. So my first like whatever, we're not even doing points. This is just raw, real and this is raw and real. There's not gonna be no edits. This is just gonna be put down. My childhood. Okay, so I grew up in a 2-parent household. I went to church. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, disclaimer before I start this, I don't want to shine any negative light on anybody. I don't want to I don't want to shine any type of like negativity on anybody. Did I already say that? Yeah. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just here to tell my truth, and we all have our truth. Sometimes, it has to come out. It is what it is, right? We are all human. We all go through things. No one's perfect. And like I said, I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just going off of how my childhood was. And so I don't believe I had a really good childhood. I grew up in a 2-parent household. We went to church and things like that. My mom is a prayer woman. My dad is a hard worker. But I believe that I did suffer from trauma and some toxic ways and things like that. I believe I was a very, I was a very shy, innocent, funny, goofy little girl. And I remember being in a household where, 2 parents are not on the same page, unequally yoked, and it really affected me in several ways. There was a lot of arguing, there was a lot of bickering, there was a lot of nagging, there was a lot of fights and things like that, and it really affected me. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, and I did not grow up with any of my sisters. I grew up with my brothers, but I was not close to them. Does that make sense? So, I always just felt alone. Inside my house, I felt so alone. I remember crying myself to sleep at some nights, just feeling very lonely, not feeling like I was nurtured by my parents at all in any way, shape, or form. I just felt very lonely. And so in order to, get out of that loneliness, I would obviously mask my feelings. I would be the clown. I would laugh. I would, make everybody laugh. My mom used to tell me I was the life of the party and things like that. I'm actually very funny, if you can't tell. But anyways, but I was really just hurting from the things that I went through. And you're saying, oh, you were just a child, you didn't go through nothing. No, I think I really did go through some trauma, and I do believe, not like I'm saying right now, I'm not putting a bad light on anything. I do believe my parents were the cause of my trauma, and you live and you learn and things like that. But just there, just what was going on at that time of being young and feeling very alone and scared and things like that. But I had an outlet, which was my neighborhood friend who lived across the street from me. Her home was basically my home. I would go over there. Her family, I love her family to death. Till this day, I love them. And because I wasn't close to my sister, she was like a sister to me. We did everything together. She was like my best friend. And her family really took me in, and they really took care of me. And I couldn't thank them enough. Like I can't wait to just thank them, give them their flowers, because they really helped me through my childhood. And although they may not have known all the things that I went through, far as in just the environment and things like that, it was really a true blessing just to be able to have them across the street. And so we're fast forwarding into high school. I went to high school, and I was just very insecure. I had braces for 4 years. I really had braces for a total of 7 years, but all through high school I had braces. I was just not really, I didn't hit puberty yet. I don't think I was pretty at all. I was very insecure, very shy, very scared, once again, very to myself. And just really trying to find myself in high school, you know, what I like, what I didn't like. I played a little bit of sports. My brother was very, very popular. Everybody knew my brother. I was actually known as my brother's little sister. Oh, you're such and such little sister. Oh, you're such and such little sister. Yes, I was. I used to hate that. I remember all the girls like, oh, you're such and such a sister, little sister, blah, 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 blah. And my brother had it good in high school. I did not have it good. I was not popular at all. I was not nothing. I was very much, I would say, just a lost little weird girl. And I'm living in my truth, right? And that's just how I felt. I felt very from the ages, like, maybe, it's so weird, probably like 7 to the end of, like, till high school. I've always felt very alone. I still feel very alone, but I felt very alone. I didn't feel like who I was. And so, although I was the one that made people laugh, and I had laughter in my heart to cope, the trauma that I faced and I was feeling. And you guys might say, like, oh, you know, arguing and the things that your parents did isn't trauma, but you don't know other people's trauma. You don't know what can be somebody's trauma, right? And so, I was very, like, you know, to myself, it's like I had friends, but I don't think I truly had real friends. I had one friend, I had one friend in high school. We were really close, my best friend. And then that was just really it, you know, just trying to find myself and trying to figure out who I truly was. I think I was battling with, like, my identity. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Fast forwarding again, going through to college, graduating from high school, going to college, I became very hypersexual. Very very sexual active, right? Very sexual active, right? Anyways, I was very hypersexual at the age of 19. I was, that's all I wanted. That's all I liked to do. That's how I coped on finding love with guys, men. And I'm not trying to say I was sleeping around with thousands of men, because I wasn't, but I wasn't mature enough to understand what real love was. I remember my very first boyfriend, and that's all we did. We were just hump buddies, and there was no real love, because I'm coping I'm trying to find love, right? I'm trying to find love in different places. Sometimes we just try to find love in different places, try to fill voids in different ways, and that was one thing I struggled with, was having sex. I felt like that made me feel loved, to be honest. And you think, like, you know, you hear those saying from your parents and church folk, don't have sex till you're married. And, you know, that was my outlet. That's how I felt safe with a person, by giving my body up. And that was not something that I should have done, right? But we all make mistakes. I'm here now, right? And so that's what really kept me going. I remember going in and out of relationships, situationships, and just really trying to cope, trying to mask my pain that I was feeling. Like, oh my gosh, why do I feel like this? Why do I not feel loved? And I think it roots from not having, you know, my dad obviously was in the home, but I don't want to say he wasn't a father, because he was, right? He was a father. He took care of his family, but I didn't have, you know how, like, you have, your parents are there, right? You have a 2-parent home, but you don't think you can go to them about anything. You can't tell them anything. I don't really felt like I never felt like I never really felt loved by my parents. I wasn't really nurtured by my mom. My mom wasn't really a nurturer, far as in, like, emotionally and mentally. And my dad wasn't a nurturer emotionally and mentally. So I did not have that type of male like kind of role model to shape me into the woman I am, right? I'm finding my dad's love in other men. we're just playing raw. I'm 28 years old. We are grown here. Whoever sees this, whoever knows me and they see this, I am just telling my truth. I really don't care. But yeah, that's how I masked. And because I knew of Jesus, but I didn't know who he was, that's what I would do to make myself feel better. So to fast forward, I got into a relationship. I thought I was in love with this man. That was my that was my man. That was my dog. That was my best friend. And I ended up obviously getting pregnant at the age of 23. We moved in together at that time, and at that time it was just like, you know, once again, I'm a new mom, and I'm trying to, you know, really figure out, once again, still who I am and things like that. Bringing a baby into this world was something that I did not plan, but it was something that I was glad that was happening. And still trying to find love, still trying to figure out who I am and what my purpose is. And you know, that relationship happened, and you know, things happened, and I ended up getting baptized. Once again, my testimony is the first video. Go ahead and watch that. And finally, truly getting baptized a third time and telling my, giving my life over to God. I remember just having like thoughts about getting baptized and trying to figure out who God was. And, you know, after being in a toxic relationship with someone, and, you know, it's like you're giving this person all you can give them. Like literally you're giving them your everything, your mind, body, heart, and soul, even your toes maybe, you know, and you're not getting that back. It's like being a cow being milked for so long to where there's no more milk, right? I'm giving you all of me, but I'm not receiving anything. And so I was like, wow, okay, cool. So then I was like, you know what? Having sex is not going to fill this void. It's not gonna help me not be lonely. It's actually gonna make me more lonely. And then also, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get baptized. I got baptized, and here I am. Let's fast forward. So I got baptized. It's been a year. No, sorry, it'll be a year this month. October 21st will be a year of me being baptized, but it's been a year of me being single, out of a relationship. And this time of me just giving my life over to God and being baptized, when I tell you that God does not play, like, it's a wrap. Like, you better, let me tell you something. If you're going to commit your life to God, you better be ready, because he is going to put you through these tests to where you are going to literally feel like he is up against you, but really he's putting you through these tests because he's building you up for the purpose and plan that he has for your life. When I tell you things have been like, it's been more like facing temptation is like crazy. Like, when I tell you, I'm like, God, I need you, because I want to go have sex right now, but I don't need to, because it's not right. And it's not of you, right? You know, I should not be doing this. And just the test that God puts you through, the test that I just went through, the seasons that he put me through. I literally went through my isolation season. I've been going through my isolation season for 2 years. And I think that this is, oh man, like, God is just so good. God is just such a good God. He is just wonderful. This journey has been a journey. And I just can't thank God. I'm so grateful just to even know who he is. Just to even speak his name is just so sweet. And so, because you don't understand the things that you go through. And it's like, or people don't understand the things that you're going through. And it's like, God, the old me, could never compare to what, oh my goodness, like is it the resilience? The resilience, I don't know if that's the right word. That is the right word, I think. The grace, the mercy, just the character building, like everything the old me would want to do and I could have did, it's like, no, because it's not worth it. God has changed my name, and it just changed my life in general, and I am just so grateful for who he is. And it's like, man, like, I remember, like, if you don't know me, like, personally, if you do know me, you can vouch, like, I was the party girl from the ages 18 to 26. I was a party girl. Like, I was the one that I wanted to party. Like, I party, sex. Like, that was the things that I did. And that was the things that I did to fill a void. And it was I was never really a drinker. Like, I don't really drink. I'm sorry about the lighting, but I don't really drink like that. But I'm a social drinker, so if there's like a friendly outing or something, I'm gonna I used to drink, right? I don't drink anymore. But I was just the party girl, and just how far God, this whole year, almost a year of what me giving my life to God and what he has done, and just the transition. And it's like, I look at old videos of me, and I'm like, that was me. Just the growth that God has allowed to happen. And I'm not perfect. Like, I'm still going through my struggles. I'm still going through my pains. I'm still going through my sinning. Like, I sin every single day. I probably sinned before I started this video, but it's all about the mercy and the grace that God has over you. I'm sorry, that God has over me in this time, in this season. It's like, wow. It's so breathtaking on how good God is. I don't think I can fathom it. It's like, there's a peace that I never, ever could have imagined years ago. Like, I could have never imagined this peace. There's just, it's like a peace that you know for a fact that God got you. Like, God got me for real. Like, no matter what, who comes up against me, first of all, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? But no matter the trials and tribulations that I go through, or the what is the word? No matter what Satan puts in front of me, like, I know that I'm good. Like, God really got me for real. Like, I know that I'm good. And it's just so good to see me in a different light, and to see me in a different aspect, because I know that people are like, people are looking at me like, oh my goodness, like, the whole 360, the whole change. And I know for a fact, because I've been told. But that it's just so good. It's so good to just be able to live in your own truth, and to understand, like, your flaws, and there's nothing to hide, and that, you know, God is gonna meet you where you are, and what you have done is not, there's no reason to feel ashamed about the things you have been going through, or the things that you have been battling, because we are all human. God has made us for this to happen. Like, we are made to make mistakes, right? But we do need to understand that it's only by his grace that we are able to do so, right? And so today, October, oh my God, what is today? Don't scratch that. Today, I am just so happy to be able to get on here and tell my truth. You know, I kind of too transparent in the things that I really went through. Maybe I just wanted to come on here and just really just share the goodness of God, and really, like, my truth, and like what I went through. And, you know, it's kind of like my testimony, but it's really not. And I wanted to come on here for you guys to get to know who I am. Like I said, I am Cleo, and I just love God so much. I just love Jesus so much. And I pray that he brings the right people to this video, that when you guys hear this video, watch this video, that you guys will have it would be good. It will be good to you. It will be sweet to you, you know. I'm here to do so. And I'm gonna cry, because the growth that I have endured is insane. I want to read a scripture here as I get it. But I also want to say this: no matter what you go through, no matter what people say about you, no matter how people treat you, always remain humble, but always remain true to yourself, but all and also always understand that that's how do I say this? Like, no matter what you go through, just understand that God is there. God is for you, okay? Because who could be against you, right? But what I want to say is all of the things that I went through, all of the pain and trials and tribulations and the trauma and the things that people have done to me in these last years, it did not stop me. They were trying to knock me down, but God said, no, I'm not going to let you fall. I'm not going to let you fall. Like, there are people that will hate you because of what God has done for you and what God is doing for you. They hate you. They will hate you, right? And don't let that stop you from continuing to do what you are called to do. Do you guys understand me? I cannot express how hard it's been to just sit back and allow God to fight for me. One of my favorite verses is Exodus 14:14, right? I should have had this ready, but listen, okay? It's Exodus 14:14 here. Let me go ahead and pull out my Bible, my handy dandy Bible. Let me see. Exodus 14:14, and then I'm gonna also read another verse as well. Romans 12 verses 19. Those are my verses, y'all. Like, do not ever forget this, okay? Don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it. Give me a second here, because my thing is doing too much. Like, what? Come on now. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget these verses. Like, but I also want to quote really quick. No, let me just read this real quick. Let's see here. Hold on now. I'm so sorry, y'all. Girl, I'm getting hyped because my God don't play, okay? So let's get into it, boo. Exodus 14:14 says, Exodus 14:14. Where am I at? Okay, Genesis, Exodus, duh. That's the second book of the Bible, girl. Anyways, let's see. Exodus 14:14 says, and the Lord said unto Moses, whoa, hold on now. Wait. That was Exodus 15:15. I was so confused. My bad, but let's get back into it. Exodus 4, I was so hyped. Exodus 14:14 says, this is one of my favorite verses because I live by it. Okay, boom. The Lord shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. What did it say? The Lord shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry about the lighting. But what I'm saying is this, okay? No matter what they may say about you, no matter what they may do to you, no matter how much they make you feel like your life isn't worth it, okay? I want you to recite this is a promise, this verse, and say it out loud. The Lord shall fight for me, Cleo, Mahogany, and I shall hold my peace. So what that means to me is, give it to God and he will fight for you, okay? Give it to him and he will fight for you. I don't think I've never felt like I've been protected ever in my life by anybody. But the only person that I could say there's only one person I could say I felt protected by. I've never felt protected by my family. I never felt protected by my relationships, the men I used to deal with. I never felt protected by any of my ex-friends. The only person that I ever felt protected by was Jesus Christ himself, because he said, I, the Lord, shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. So I'm going to fight. Don't say nothing to these people. How much they hurt you, talk about you, shame you, treat you, as much as they want to knock you down off your pedestal. Sorry, not your pedestal, off your stool, right? Don't ever forget it, okay? Because Exodus 14:14 says, and I want y'all to claim this verse, the Lord said, I shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. There's no reason to go back and forth, okay? Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to give them the reaction that they want. They gonna fight and they gonna tussle. They gonna call you out your name. They're gonna say all these things. They're gonna talk about you. But let me tell you something. Sit back and relax and enjoy the ride, because guess what? Like I said, Exodus 14:14 says, I, the Lord, shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Don't give them a reaction. Don't give them nothing. Don't say nothing. Just look at them. When you see them, look at them. You don't even gotta, you can smile if you want to, but don't say nothing, because the best form of get back is silence. And when a person can't get to you, they gonna try to get through. When a person can't get through you, they gonna always have to try to get around you, right? So don't ever forget that verse. Sorry, I got hyped. I'm sorry. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? One more. We got Romans 12 verses 19 says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine and I will repay, says the Lord." God says, vengeance is mine. Don't say nothing, don't do nothing. You don't got to do nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. Like I said, with the verse that kind of ties into it, they go hand in hand. Exodus 14:14 and Romans 12 verses 19. You ain't got to say nothing. Let these people do and say what they want to say. Let these people do and say what they want to say, because let me tell you something. All they want to do is get a reaction out of you. They just want a reaction. They just want a reaction out of you. Okay? But be still and know that he is God. That is a verse 2. Okay? And also just remember, God says, if I am for you, who could be against you? Okay? If I am for you, who could be against you? Who could be against me if God is for me? Right? So I say all that to say is continue to live in y'all truths. Continue to be brave. Continue to be courageous. Continue to be bold. Do not let anybody dim your light. Be the light, because you are a light, right? And understand that Jesus loves you, and so do I. And that concludes my video. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my other video. Thank you guys.